A part in an assembly can be easily replaced with another part by using the Replace Component command. Here I have an assembly with several parts already in place. What I'd like to do is replace the part named Rack 01 with a different part that's already been created. I do this by either right-clicking on the part in the feature tree and selecting Replace Components, or right-clicking on the part itself in the graphics area. This launches the Replace Components Property Manager, and the component selected will automatically populate the selection box. This is the component that'll be replaced. Now, there aren't too many options when replacing a component. This checkbox here, labeled All Instances, will replace every instance of the selected component. Now, this can be a big time saver when replacing parts such as hardware. The Match Name option will try to automatically match the configuration name of the old component with the configuration in the replacement component. For example, if the old component configuration was named Simple, then SOLIDWORKS would look for a configuration name in the new component called Simple. The other option allows you to manually select the configuration you'd like to use. Finally, Reattach Mates will tell SOLIDWORKS to try and reattach existing assembly mates to the new component. The replacement part is called Rack Ellipse, and I can browse to it using this button here. Once I have the correct part selected, I'll click OK, and SOLIDWORKS will replace the old part with the new one. In this example, the new part is very similar to the old part. In fact, the geometry is exactly the same, with the exception of the elliptical head. As a result, the part fits in very nicely with the current assembly mates, which you can see listed here in the Mate Entities box. The box lists the mate entities that it's looking to satisfy. The first one is a face, and if I expand the item, you can see this corresponds to a coincident mate between the frame part and the rack part. When SOLIDWORKS is able to find a suitable piece of geometry to complete the mating condition, a green check is the indicator. If SOLIDWORKS is not able to find suitable geometry, a red X will appear instead, and you'll need to manually identify the mate geometry. I can also change how the components mate together from here as well. For example, if I click on the back face of the rack, the part will complete the mate between the frame and the new face. I can also flip the mate alignment and click and drag the component around until it's correct. This process of selecting the correct mating geometry will help orient the part if SOLIDWORKS doesn't get it right automatically. At this point, I can click OK and the part has been successfully replaced. Note that the Replace Components command covered here is only one method of replacing a part in an assembly. The same can be accomplished using SOLIDWORKS Explorer. However, SOLIDWORKS Explorer does not allow you to modify mates during the replacement process.